What's up, everybody? JBoogieGamerZ here. Today I'm doing a show off of my 360 collection. So I have a couple consoles here. I want to start off with my favorite one. So just so you know, ignore this manufacture date right over here. Even though this is 2012, this is not really a Corona. This is a Trinity board. This is a 2010 Trinity. So this one's my favorite console, and this is actually the first console I opened up properly, because I wasn't used to opening up slim models, used to opening up the fat models. You can tell this one over here. Now this one has a mind of its own. This is a Corona V4. This one has a mind of its own. It red rings sometimes, and sometimes it boots up. So this one's a Corona V4. Actually, no, my bad. It's a Corona V3. This one's a Corona V4, the E model. This one's a Corona version 3. So back to this one. This was the first console I've ever done a 12-volt fan mod on. And you might be asking, why would you do a 12-volt fan mod on a 360? Many reasons. First thing, cooling. If you have a 360 that has overheating problems, and you tried everything, I'm talking about delays, I'm talking about thermal paste, I'm talking about cleaning it out, which I've done all three of those on this. I've done the D-lid, new thermal paste, and cleaned it out. Nothing works, and I'm talking about the heatsink being the problem. So the heatsink has overheating problems, which both of these consoles have that. This one's seen it the hard way because this was originally my main console for a few weeks until it got 0102 red ring, which is probably what's gonna pop up when I plug that in. So this one originally had a NAND failure. But I replaced NAND, and this one works. Now, yeah, this one has a 12-volt fan mod on it, as you can tell. So, let me plug in the. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't worry, that PC was already broken. So let's see if this one posts, because remember I played the living crap out of it the other day. Alright, turn on my TV. GPU problems? Hold on a sec. It's probably the stupid HDMI cable. Yeah, it's always the HDMI that's messed up. So this one is a 2010 Trinity. And this one is probably my favorite console out of all of them. So this one has had multiple things done on it. D-lid, new thermal paste, 12-volt fan mod, NAND replacement, GPU replacement, CPU replacement. Because, oh my goodness, this console was in so much pain when I got it. Not only it had a GPU problem, but it had a CPU problem. The NAND was dead. On top of that, the heatsinks were bad. I mean, this console was through a living hell when I got it. And I'm actually gonna put in a game real quick. What's the best game I could do? Let's see. Oh yes, this is a good one. GTA 4. GTA 4, man. Alright. Now, yeah, I don't recommend setting your 360 up like this. I mean, personally, I know this console's reliable, so that's why I have it standing up. This one does have some slight, so if I play this for about 10 hours, it will freeze. Well, let me see where my controller's at. I think my controller might be downstairs. I can't really do it right now. So yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm gonna take out the disc. So now I'm gonna show off my Corona. This one I'm not sure if it's gonna post because this one likes to give me issues with red ring. So let me swap out power supplies real quick so I could get my Corona power supply. So I'm gonna swap over the power supply unplug this. I'm gonna put this right back over here. Alright. And I'm gonna grab the Corona power supply. Plug it in. I'm gonna plug in my Corona. So this one likes to have a mind of its own, you know. It works when it wants to work, it doesn't when it doesn't. Yep, it red ringed. Yeah, it just gave me the blinking red dot. Well, there's one thing I usually try that works. I don't recommend doing this. Let's see if that'll fix it. Oh, my HDMI came undone. Remember, this is not a fat model, so it won't red ring if the HDMI is unplugged. FYI, only the Xenons do that. The Xenon model of 360s. Alright, that always works. Alright, that always works. Apparently, so whenever I get like a NAND problem, I just hit the side of it and it just works. Even then, it's probably gonna freeze on me as soon as it's probably gonna freeze. Oh, yep, it's already experiencing GPU problems. Probably gonna have to reflow this again, or reball, whatever I decide to do. Probably just do a towel trick or a Q-tip trick or something. Now I'm gonna pull out my only console that's factory, which is the E model. This is the only console I have that's factory, so let me grab my E power supply real quick. If I could find the bag that I have it in. I know I have a bag somewhere with all my power supplies. So I got the... Alright. So these are not all my 360s, but these are just the ones I have in my setup right now. I have some other ones that I might show in a future video. This power supply is very annoying because sometimes it gives me a red light on the power supply. That's why I never use my E models, because the stupid power supply on this is a stupid You know, just your average third-party power supply. You know, your average third-party power supply. None of these are good power supplies. I don't recommend buying a third party because they're bloody awful. And they're noisy too. They make a lot of noise. Matter of fact, my Xbox One over there has a third party power supply and it's just too darn loud. Alright, so hopefully this doesn't give me any NAND problems, because I remember this has this original NAND in it. Has its original NAND. I know, people tell me, oh, you should replace the NAND in this. I really don't replace stuff in consoles unless they stop working. Darn HDMI cable. So anyways, this console works. This one is factory. Matter of fact, this console's special, because this was actually one of the last models of the E model that was sold. And let me just show you the manufacture date real quick. 2014. One of the last 360 consoles that were manufactured from the E model. Because that's very interesting. Disk drive does work. This one is actually special because it has 4 gigabytes built-in storage. And I'm actually going to put in a game real quick. I wish I would have done that with that one, but it'd probably freeze or red ring as soon as I do that. Which I guarantee you this one's next, because this one's starting to have overheating problems like that one did. So I might have to do a 12-volt fan model on this before it's too late like that one. I was able to do a 12-volt fan model on this one before it was too late. But that one had issues. It was too late on that Corona one over there. There we go. Let me take the disc out so I don't get copyrighted. This one has an extremely loud disk drive also. So I might have to replace the disk drive pretty soon. Now I want to show you some other consoles I have in my other area. This is my consoles. I'm going to show you my PS4, aka the Jet Engine. My the console I have that's well known for being a jet engine. So this one on the PS4 OG. It's a launch model. This one's not quite a launch model. This one has the matte faceplate. So it's probably one of the later gen fat models. Yeah, this light has a mind of its own. Come on, you worked earlier. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use the ring light. Just plug this in real quick. Alright, there we go. So I'm just gonna, you already heard how my PS4 sounds like while running a game, so I don't even need to go over that. This one is a CUH 1215A model. Also, I need to get a new PS4 controller because I've had this one since this console released. On my previous console release, which was in 2013. It's a CUH 1001A model. That one got blue line to death. Also, the fans died in that one too. So as you can see, I got the PS2 startup screen. So I have the Cyberpunk, stuff like that. God, that's beautiful. If you're a person like me who grew up with PlayStation, this is like beautiful to see. People think of me as the Xbox guy. People think of me as the person who loves Xbox. But generally, the only Xbox I fell for was the 360. Generally, me personally, I'm a PlayStation guy, you know what I mean? I used to have a PS3, but check out the old video where that one got yellow light to death. Very common issue with PS3s. Unfortunately, I didn't have the knowledge to replace NEC tokens, so that one just ended up in the garbage. Pretty regret that now, considering I know how to fix consoles now. So I got my Xbox One booted up. That one likes to have a mind of its own. With the HDMI port. I might end up replacing the HDMI port on that pretty soon. I also have another console, it's a PS Vita, it's downstairs. Don't feel like showing. I also have a DSi, and right over here, I have a Nintendo Switch Lite that somehow the battery stopped working. So I'm going to have to fix that too, and also get a screen replacement on it. Because somebody took it at school and threw it. Not saying names. I'm not going to say names, but somebody at school threw it, cracked the screen. Well, not threw it, but flipped over a desk in anger and cracked the screen on it. And a few weeks later, the battery died. Because I left it uncharged for too long. Then I got my Xbox Series X, my beautiful baby over here, man. This thing, man, wow. Now, honestly, me personally, I'm more into retro gaming, but yeah. Yeah. Well, screw you too. That's why I don't play the Xbox Series X no more, because of stupid updates. Microsoft, thank you so much for stop updating this thing. I gotta thank Microsoft, they did us all a favor by stop updating this thing, because oh my god, the Wi-Fi adapter on this thing is slow. I mean, I would have to wait 2 days for this thing to update. So anyways, that's my console collection for you, and if you wanna... So I got some games over here. I already showed you my games on my setup tour, but... That's my console tour. I also got a few monitors. This is the monitor I came from using, which is a Dell. This one got an issue with it, which is the orange light, which is a chip in here that's gone bad. So it gives me a blinking orange light on this monitor, which is obviously an issue with the motherboard. All these are prone to that issue. If you are familiar with Dell monitors, so that's when I got the Samsung monitor replacement. This is my 45-inch plasma JVC, beautiful. I love this thing. This is my favorite TV I have. One I play all my consoles on. Beautiful TV. It's a JVC 45-inch plasma TV. And then I got my main headphones that I use for my setup, my JLabs. These are what I originally used on my older videos, which these ones blown out. So now I want to show you the keyboard I use for all my stuff. It's actually a Logitech keyboard, and I use an HP gaming mouse. Oh my god, this thing. Wow, alright, this brings back some memories, alright? This thing was bloody awful. I mean, this is probably the worst thing I've ever owned in my entire life, this Chromebook. I came from a Samsung Chromebook Plus, $500 Chromebook, to this garbage that only lasted me 5 months. And that was before I got this Gateway, which I've upgraded to an i7 2700K and 16 gigabytes of G.Skill RAM and a GTX 750 Ti. Pretty nice. I know, there's better graphics card options. There's a 980 Ti. I just went with all I could get for free on Temu. By the way, I recommend you check out Temu because they actually sell free stuff on there. I also went with the SSD for this. That one died because some idiot sent me an ISO, a friend of mine, in my computer, and apparently the ISO was hacked, and that person had access to the ISO, the image files, and he used those image files to hack into my computer, deleting System32 off my SSD, brand new SSD, and I had to pull out my old crappy $30 SSD from my old gaming PC and put it in this one. And I might be wondering, why do you use this PC instead of a gaming PC? If you remember one of my deleted videos, the power supply on that exploded, frying everything except my disk drive, my DVD drive on it, and the SSD. The graphics card was fried, the motherboard was fried, the CPU was fried, everything was fried on it except the SSD and the DVD drive. The SSD did get damaged, but I was able to repair it by formatting it, like cleaning the disk in Windows command prompt. Luckily, it was only corrupted, not damaged. Yeah. So I guess that's all I got to show you today, and I also got a little Midnight Club poster over here. That's all I got to show today, and I'd say, have a nice day, guys. Be blessed, and enjoy yourselves. Have nice. Get outside. Go swimming. Get some fresh air. Take a walk. Walk your dogs. You know what I mean? And have a nice day. Goodbye. Peace out.